Welcome to African Tales and Stories, where every tale under the moonlight becomes a journey through the heart of Africa. Today, we bring the magic of African folk tales and the wisdom of African stories right to your screen. From ancient folklore to tales that dance with the stars, join us as we keep the timeless tradition of storytelling alive. Ready for an adventure? Let's dive into today's story. But before we begin, if you love these tales as much as we do, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to never miss a journey with us. In the heart of Africa, surrounded by lush green forests and flowing rivers, lay a small but vibrant village. The villagers lived in close-knit harmony, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of the earth and the traditions of their ancestors. Among them was Neka, a widow known for her strength and kindness. Despite the hardships she faced after her husband's passing, Neka never lost her spirit. Every morning, she would carry her crafts to the market, her smile as bright as the colorful fabric she sold. Neka had one son, Chidi, a boy of 17, whose dreams reached far beyond the village. Unlike other boys his age, Chidi found no joy in farming or hunting. Instead, he was drawn to the beauty of the world around him, which he captured in his drawings and paintings. His mother's stall at the market was adorned with his art, bringing a splash of color to the otherwise mundane setup. But not everyone appreciated Chidi's talents. A dreamer, they called him, useless in a world that valued physical labor over creativity. Despite the whispers and stares, Neka stood by her son. She saw the world through his eyes, filled with colors and shapes unknown to others. "My Chidi is not useless," she would say. "The world just hasn't understood him yet." One day, Chidi's passion led to his downfall. A group of boys, led by Obina, the blacksmith's son, found Chidi's hidden sketchbook near the river. In their eyes, Chidi's drawings were a testament to his laziness, a waste of time that could be spent on more useful activities. With mocking laughter, they tore the pages, scattering Chidi's dreams with the wind. Heartbroken, Chidi returned home, his usual light extinguished. Neka found him sitting silently, his eyes void of the spark that once danced within them. That night, the air in their small home was heavy with unspoken grief. Neka's heart ached for her son, for the dreams he held so dear, now lost to ignorance and cruelty. The next morning, Neka approached Chidi, who remained silent, his usual morning sketches abandoned. "Chidi, my son," she began, her voice soft yet firm. "Your art is a gift, one that no one can take from you. These drawings are not just marks on paper, they are expressions of your soul, and that is something truly precious." Chidi looked up, his eyes meeting his mother's. There was pain in his gaze, but also a flicker of the resilience Neka had always known he possessed. "But Mama, if my art brings us nothing but scorn, is it worth pursuing?" he asked, the weight of his doubts heavy in his voice. Neka took her son's hands in hers, their warmth and silent reassurance. "Yes, my son, because it is who you are. We must never let the world's blindness dim the light of our own vision. Your father used to say, 'A man who walks in another's path leaves no footprints.' You must carve your own path, Chidi, footprints and all." Motivated by his mother's words, Chidi began to draw again, his art a silent protest against the labels the world had thrust upon him. His creations became more vibrant, a defiant burst of life and color against the drab judgments of the village. Meanwhile, Neka faced her own battles. Whispers followed her in the market, words like shadows that darkened the vibrant hues of her stall. "That's the woman whose son is useless," they said, not quietly enough. "A dreamer, just like his late father." But Neka held her head high, her faith in Chidi unwavering. Change came to the village in the form of Obi, a well-traveled artist who had returned to his ancestral home after years of exploring the world. His art was renowned, a blend of traditional themes and modern techniques that had earned him respect and recognition far beyond the village borders. One day, as Obi walked through the market, his eyes caught the remnants of Chidi's torn sketches, pieces Neka had lovingly pieced together and displayed. Intrigued, Obi sought out the artist behind the work, leading him to Chidi. Seeing the young boy's talent, Obi offered to mentor him, to teach him the ways of art that the village could not understand. "You have a rare gift, Chidi," Obi said, his voice echoing Neka's belief. and I will help you share it with the world." Under Obi's guidance, Chidi's skills flourished. His art, once a source of ridicule, became a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the most unlikely places, greatness could be found. The villagers, initially skeptical, began to take notice. Slowly, the tide of opinion started to turn. As the months passed, Chidi's confidence grew. Under Obi's tutelage, he learned not just about art, but about life. Obi taught him that true art speaks not only to the eyes, but to the soul, a lesson Chidi took to heart. His drawings and paintings began to reflect the depth of his observations, capturing the essence of village life, its beauty and its hardships, in ways that spoke directly to those who saw them. Neka watched her son blossom, her heart swelling with pride. She too began to see changes in the villagers' attitudes. Where once there was disdain, curiosity now sparked. People stopped by her stall not just to buy her crafts, but to see Chidi's art. "There's something in your son's drawings," they would say, "something that touches the heart." Word of Chidi's talent spread beyond the village, attracting visitors from neighboring towns. Among them were art enthusiasts and collectors, drawn by tales of a young artist whose work captured the spirit of Igbo life with freshness and authenticity. The turning point came when Chidi was invited to participate in a regional art exhibition. The news spread like wildfire, igniting a mixture of pride and astonishment among the villagers. "Our Chidi?" they would ask, disbelief mingling with newfound respect. "The same boy we called useless?" The exhibition was held in a large town several hours away from the village. Neka, accompanied by Obi and a few villagers who had become their staunch supporters, traveled with Chidi, her heart full of hope and apprehension. The exhibition hall was filled with art from across the region, but it was Chidi's pieces that captured the audience's attention. His vivid depictions of village life, with their underlying themes of resilience, community, and tradition, spoke to people's hearts, transcending cultural and linguistic barriers. At the end of the exhibition, Chidi was awarded a scholarship to study art at a prestigious school, a recognition that exceeded even his wildest dreams. The village's useless boy had become a celebrated artist, his future bright with promise. Upon their return, the villagers greeted them with cheers and apologies. "We were wrong about you, Chidi," they admitted. "You have brought honor to our village." Chidi, with humility and grace, accepted their apologies. "It was my art that opened your eyes," he said, "but it was my mother's faith that guided my hand. Together we have shown that usefulness comes in many forms." The story of Neka and Chidi became a beacon of hope and a testament to the power of belief, talent, and perseverance. In a world quick to judge, their journey reminded everyone that true value often lies hidden, waiting for the right moment to be revealed and celebrated.